All right, Jamie said, let me expand this. In Atlanta, there are schools in the hood that have all black teachers, great mentorship programs, music, everything. The kids that I have counseled there have the saddest home lives, but still manage to get scholarships for college because the school is actually resourceful, which is, that's good. That's good. I never hear stories like that. You can win it. That's why the mayor of ATL is a black woman. It works. Is alive and well here. It was a culture shock for me to see many kids who go to school in the hood get full ride scholarships. You know, but you know, Atlanta is you know, it's like the black mecca of the USA now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad that if you put somebody in power that does have a passion for this, then yeah, it will work. You know, we just got to continue on, keep on pushing in that direction. But definitely, man.
Yeah, she's in school board district 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is she like? What's her title considered? Like,
Yeah.
school board district 7.
Yeah.
What's her name
This
again?
is
Dr. Robinson.
Let me show it to some of y'all. This is Dr. Robinson.
Dr. Robinson.
Right. Get out and vote August 28th. You know?
Oh, what? For the Palm Beach County School District?
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Here.
Is that
Let
right?
me vote.
Is that a black
Let
woman?
me go ahead and switch that around as well so they can see it,
I'm sure we can.
Second. Okay.
you know. But definitely get out and vote. If you sit down and listen to her, she'll definitely win your vote, you know, because she won my vote, you know. If I'm to vote, that's definitely who I'm voting for.
And she was a medical doctor before.
Yeah.
She started doing that.
She was a
She
she
was.
was a doctor before.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh, I see. MD, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You know, but that's very important,
I like that.
and it starts locally. It starts locally. I can't stress that enough. It starts locally. Y'all gotta get out and vote. Y'all gotta make it happen.
Well,
Get
we
the
gotta
right people in
organize.
the place. You know, organize yourselves. You know, and because something's gotta give. You know,
I like that.
something's
That's a
gotta
big
give.
thing. This is what you met with this lady now.
Huh?
We could organize around that and start something, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, get 50 to 100 people and start swinging votes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be a target real quick.
Something
I'm telling
gotta
you.
happen. Something gotta give.
Hey,
Yeah, but we're
We gotta
making
pin up
enough
somewhere.
noise to make some changes.
make some changes.
Right.
We'll die anyway one day.
Hey,
I'm gonna post it on my
c'est
Facebook
la
page.
vie.
That's right.
C'est la vie. But yeah, we gotta help the teachers out as well. Now let's talk about the kids fighting in school. Let's talk about these kids that are fighting in school. That's something else as well. When I was in school, we had respect for our teachers. And even if we disrespected our teacher, I remember one teacher, oh my God, I felt bad for that teacher right there because she was just so, you know, and plus she was old, you know, and we had some bad kids in that class. I could actually name a few that did certain things. I'm not going to name them, but it was throwing spitballs at her, and she couldn't really do nothing. She'll tell us not to cheat, and we'll be right next to each other cheating, and she had no control. She had no control, and I felt bad for her. I feel bad for her sometimes. You know, I remember telling Jack didn't want to come to class. I'm like, man, just come. You're gonna pass. You know what I'm saying? As long as you there to get your attendance.
Kids, boy. Wow.
Because everybody's coming.
My goodness.
Oh my God, I felt so bad for that teacher. You could hang out and do whatever, and matter of fact, sometimes someone would take the pass and be gone almost a whole class
Oh my God.
and come back just before the class end.
Still jail. They take advantage of her.
They took advantage of her big time. You know, she'll say, "Don't cheat," and we're still there cheating. They're like, "Oh, come on, Miss Gregor." And she still don't do nothing. You know what I mean? She had no control over the class whatsoever. You know, and I don't know what it was. You know, I can't really say. But we as parents have to also teach our kids to do that. You know, because if we as parents are teaching our kids, we don't want our kids to disrespect us. Okay, and we have to teach them the same thing when they go to school. They go there to learn. You know, you don't go there to flirt with the teacher, to have sex with the teacher. You don't go there to do anything else but learn. You're not even there to make friends. You see what I'm saying? You're there to learn. I mean, of course they'll make friends, and that's fine. We want them to make friends because we want them to be sociable. But you're really there to learn. You understand what I'm saying? And these kids that's fighting teachers, to me, that's ridiculous. That's something I would never have done in my life, especially middle school, high school. Even in high school, I wouldn't do such a thing. You see what I'm saying? But middle school, elementary school, what? Is you crazy? Hey, what's up, man? What's up, Jake? Hey, Hart. But yeah.
I mean, you also have an influx of, you know, bad teachers as well. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, as time goes by, you know, the individual characteristic of people gets worse. You know, you got kids who are ready to fight teachers for whatever because they got a bad attitude, or you might have a teacher that can, you know, bring on a fight. I mean, I seen a video. Some kid was being disrespectful, and the guy was like, "Well, whoever said that, your mom's a hoe."
Whoa.
And yeah, that was like that kind of went viral, man. But it was so funny. But the wrong kid could have got up and like, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like we feed each other until we get to the fight point. You know what I'm saying? So you do gotta analyze both sides as well. But
yeah, but at the same time, no matter what the teacher says, first of all, the kid said it first.
Yeah.
But either way, you're still not supposed to jump at your teacher.
No, you can't. That's what I'm saying. But teachers as an adult. You know, I'm not saying all of them, but there are situations. There's a lot I've seen that you're, instead of defusing it, you're almost in a childlike manner where you're kind of like your ego is hurt as well, and then you kind of go at the child back, and it's almost
But you know what? Sometimes just like Miss Get Good, you see what I'm saying? Sometimes it's because they get to the point where they can't take it anymore.
Oh, definitely.
See, what we see is just at that time. But I'm sure.
Oh yeah, for the video.
Right.
I understand.
At that
but
time.
there is techniques to diffuse. You can't let it as an adult, bro. Like go get the principal. You get to the point where you're sparring
because they say you
with the
send
child.
this kid home 5-10 times already for the
I
school
couldn't be
year.
a teacher. Don't bring them in my classroom. I'll tell you that, boy.
You already sent home
I'll
like
be that
5-10
teacher I'm
times
talking
already.
about. Me, I'd be that teacher.
You know,
I'd cuss the kid out. I'd be that. That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't be a teacher. I couldn't be a teacher. I shouldn't be a teacher. Cause I will cuss your kid out, bro. Like for real, we gonna fight for real. You know what I'm saying? But you got certain people like that, so you got. Don't just do it for a job, for real, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
Kids learn
but you're right.
Kids learn by example.
The kid, true. The kids don't take it there because they know they're the student. You see what I'm saying? So they kind of take it
because they know they ain't gonna do nothing.
They know they ain't gonna do nothing to them.
Especially that's why that goes back to us taking care of stuff as well. Especially those when they get in trouble and the parent don't do anything.
Yeah.
So now they think they're invincible.
That's the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's the part where it falls.
Kids.
Plenty of kids. That's the part where it falls back on us as parents. You have to discipline your kids.
Yeah.
You know, especially when you keep getting these reports. You have to say, hey, what's going on? Why are you acting up in class?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to have some type of punishment or at least address it to see what's bringing it on. Because if you don't, it's going to lead there. It's going to lead to them fighting.
They're going to fight.
Not only the students, but the teacher. Because now they're like, oh, okay, shoot, my mama don't care, why should I?
Exactly.
Sometimes the parents are afraid of the kids.
That shouldn't be. You gotta take it from when they are young. If you let it spiral out of control, sometimes you do lose control. You understand what I'm saying?
And the kids spiral out of control.
They
now.
spiral, especially nowadays, and you're not allowed to beat them and all of that.
They will take it out on the teacher. The
They
principal,
grow up
the
knowing
parent.
that.
I hate that they do that. I hate that.
And where do they even learn that from? They grow up
How do
knowing
you
that.
even know that? Like, oh damn! I realized mom and dad won't touch me in public. Let me act out in public.
Mm.
It's like how they even know that, bro? That's why me in public, I'm kicking your ass. That's how I'll smack her if I go to jail tonight. You know when the parent get like when we get real ratchet, we're done. Like I'm going to jail tonight. So you let them know like damn, he ain't playing. That man might smack me in public. Then I gotta go sleep at somewhere else tonight.
Forever.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't coming back.
Nah, yeah, exactly. You ain't coming back home just because I had a
jack
bad
them up,
attitude.
hey.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you. But they start to think like, Dad goes to jail, then where I'm gonna go sleep? Like you said, I'm going forever now.
Some of them don't even think about
They
that.
don't even
though.
think about their kids.
You gotta implement it from the
Some of them
young.
don't think about
From
it.
when they're young, just like you said, from the young.
From
Like,
when they're young, because once they start growing and you never
Yep.
gave them that structure,
Yeah.
you didn't put that fear in them,
Yeah.
you didn't give them make them respect you. Once they get older,
Yeah.
forget it.
I told
Forget
mine
it.
from young.
Forget it.
Forget
If you ever call the
I've
cops,
seen kids acting up at the grocery store and having a fit. I'm like,
Bro,
yeah,
bro.
what? You know what happened to me one time? Let me tell you what happened to me when I was younger. Because we were so bad, we actually got a whooping before we even left the house.
Yeah.
We got a whooping before we left the house. Mama said, I'm going to whoop all of y'all
Right now.
right now.
Yeah.
And if you act up out there, you're going to get more than what you're going to get now.
Yeah.
We got a whooping before we left the
That's
house.
right. A dosage.
You know what I'm saying?
Most
If we
people-
act out there,
You
we would
already
come
know.
home and get double that.
Oh man.
And we already know what we just got. We don't want that
We don't
double.
want that double. It's going down.
We don't want that double. I mean, once or twice I've gotten the
Yeah.
double, but
Mhm.
you know, me, Woodsy,
Ooh.
but the others,
Yeah.
they were all right. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But me and Woodsy was the bad one. Oh
Yeah.
man.
WrestleMania.
Woody,
Yeah.
man, Woody was something else. Then your son is watching now.
Your
Tell
son,
Woody,
your
you
brother,
Woody
boy.
over there with him.
Your brother, bro. Hey, tell Pat I'm on the show, man. He was calling me.
It was calling you.
Yeah, he was calling me. I'm on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
Your brother,
Woods-
boy.
Me and Woodsy, oh my God. Because everything I do, he try to do. Everything I do, he try to do. He try to better me, or he try to show that he can do it.
Oh.
You know what I'm
so
saying?
that's what it was.
That's what it was.
Dang.
And some things he did, I had no part of.
Dang.
Because he was just that bad. You see what I'm saying?
Don't lie.
Dr. Love was just that bad, you know.
Oh, snap.
Now he's known as the Dr. Love.
The Dr. Love.
Dr. Love.
Dr. Love.
I remember his show.
Yeah.
Me Dr. Love.
Me Dr. Love. Hey, Dr. Love,
Oh,
man. That's my
the
dog.
Dr. Love.
That's my boy.
But when he was young, man.
There's other.
And that boy used to love to eat, boy.
For real?
Yeah, man. That one, he got in trouble for that one time too. So I'm sure Sonny's over there laughing his butt off, man.
Did he eat, what you mean? Eat other
Man,
people's food?
we left some food on the table for my dad.
Oh, snap.
Every time Woody walked by, he'd take a piece. Every time he walks by, stick his hand in there and take some. And one time, that food almost gone. Woody got a whooping because my dad got home. There was no food for him. And we know nobody else did it because that's his habit.
Bro.
I don't know if he was just hungry or maybe he didn't
hungry.
think he would get caught. That man kept eating and eating. Every time he went by there, he'd grab some. So there was barely nothing left for my dad.
What?
Oh man.
No, you trying to get that out.
And he got a whooping, and you know what they did to Woody? I think they did that to Yules too. They cooked him a whole pot of rice. No, I think he was Maimuna or grits or whatever. They cooked him a whole pot. You know he sat there and ate the whole thing?
No, that's impossible.
What? He sat there and ate the whole thing. He got almost done. He got tired. He was sweaty.
He was sweating on
He
that
kept
dude.
going. He ate the whole thing, bro.
Me shit going fat, dog. Son, come me shit.
He ate the whole thing. Like, damn, what?
Me shit going fat. What? They got worms, bro.
Boy. Like a dude. He ate the whole thing. They thought they was doing him wrong, but man, he was
You
happy.
did him right.
Till he got to the end. When he got to the end, though, he was sweating. I'm sure his stomach was like full, but he kept going. You see these people that have hot dog contests and they just eat.
Yeah, like
Man, that boy was going, man. They
Bro,
never
like
did
that
that to him no more.
Yeah, he ain't gonna give a do a whole fight every day.
No, he shot out on them.
Damn.
But back to what I was saying though, us as parents have to also do our jobs to do a better job at raising these kids. To teach them to respect the teachers, because the teachers in our absent is who is present. And if they're not respecting their teacher, then the teacher's not going to take that time to teach them what they need to learn. You understand what I'm saying? And if they're not taking their time to teach them what they need to learn, there's no point for them to even be in that class. Because you're going to just sit there in the class and not learn anything, or you're going to keep being destructive, and now that's going to disrupt others from learning. So now the teachers just disregard you totally. If you want to listen, you listen. If you don't, there's no you won't learn that way.
You're a nuisance now.
You're a nuisance now. You understand?
Yeah.
So us as parents we have to do our jobs to teach these kids to respect their teachers. You're not supposed to be fighting your teachers. You're not supposed to be cussing at your teachers. You understand what I'm saying? You're not even supposed to be sleeping with your teachers.
Teachers not sleep with the kids.
Yeah, that's even going on.
There was a lady getting gang banged. Actually, she was the principal. Forget the teacher.
She was the principal?
She was the principal.
Wow.
45-year-old in Wellington. From Wellington. But she was the principal.
Here?
Principal of Mavericks. We got kids in our family that were the Mavericks.
Here? That happened here?
Yes.
In Palm Beach?
Oh.
What? I didn't hear about that.
Mine went on Mavericks.
No, I'm talking about I didn't hear that happened here in Palm Beach.
It was here. I'm telling you where she went. Here. She was getting. They even caught her when they caught her. Because somebody must have snitched or something. Like they would think some sexual activity is going on. They caught her like with weed in the car with like an 18-year-old and shit. She was the actual principal. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Okay.
Wasn't that long.
But back in my day, it was mostly the male teachers that were sleeping with the young girls. It was mostly the male teachers that were sleeping with the young girls, and the girls never said that. I mean, we know, some of us knew, but nobody actually got it out to the public. You know what I'm saying? And me, if I was sleeping with a teacher, I'm not admitting if I did or not. But if I was sleeping with a teacher, nobody would know because that's a easy grade, and I was in school. She probably make sure I ate. I could go to class when I want, or I would never have said nothing. Especially being a guy, you say something, they ain't getting nothing no more.
These kids are.
I'm not condoning that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying for me. And back in our day, you know what I'm saying?
It was wrong.
A lot of that was happening.
It was still wrong.
But nobody.
Yeah, still wrong.
It was still wrong, but nobody knew about it. You know what I'm saying? But now it's out. But I guess now it's happening at such a rapid pace, like all over, like it's in fashion or something.
That's what I'm saying. Some of the people we're hiring as teachers too, their character is not that. Or you're hiring a 22-year-old to be teaching high school students.
Yeah,
she just kind of got out of college,
that's,
bro.
That right there.
My teachers were like 64, Sister Marianne and shit.
22-year-old should not be teaching high school because she's gonna fall for one or two.
Bro, it's not that far from her age.
It's not that far from her age,
bro.
You see what I'm saying?
Like you're thinking you won't get caught
for failure.
Yeah.
Ethics and moral.
And they're trying to be cool with the kid.
Yeah.
The
kid's gonna hit on you all year long.
All year long.
Somebody's gonna pull you.
All year long.
Okay, like
and
we know how it is.
There,
I'm gonna
one
try
of
it,
them
bro.
get
One of them got it.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
know how we've been. I'm gonna try all year long.
You're gonna try all year.
I'm trying all year long until you're just like, so you succumb to me. I mean, you're gonna be like, oh damn, he is kind of cute.
Yeah, because
Boom,
you feel
got
that
him.
the whole year.
All year, I see you more than your husband.
Right.
And when he fights with you, I'm getting it in the janitor's closet, bro. We
In the
getting it in the janitor's closet, bro.
You guys are wrong.
As an 18 or 17-year-old, bro, we get
You're supposed to be encouraging the kids not
yeah,
to
my
do
bad,
it.
my bad. I ain't want to say that like that, man. Sorry,
So
that was,
back in the
that was the
days-
nigga don't mean me.
Back in the days, but it's wrong. Admit it's
No,
wrong.
it was. I mean, it's wrong. It's wrong. You know, you're not going to school for that. You know what I'm saying?
It was wrong then
But-
and it's wrong now. And
But
don't
can
do
you
it.
imagine a horny 17-year-old, bro? I mean, oh my, alright, my bad.
You still weird.
That's your way of that shit. Yeah.
No,
Bro, but Stan.
don't encourage
But it's
it.
a reality though, V. All year long, she's only 22 and I'm 17. We're 5 years apart. All year long, and then you're getting tired of your husband, or even if you even
She
have
might not
one,
even
she might
be
not even
married.
have one. You're just a horny 22-year-old teacher coming there with no panties on the school.
Oh, Lord.
You're bending over, you're dressed all
And especially
Bro.
nowadays, all teachers didn't used to dress like
like
these teachers
that.
dress.
You see what I'm saying?
What?
I'm just saying.
So teachers,
And I remember
get your act together.
this young new fresh teacher that we had gotten at Gardens. OMG. Oh man, did she get. Everybody was at it.
Yeah.
Even people who wasn't taking French was at it. And a lot of people took French
To
because
get
of
there. Dang.
You see
So
what I'm
imagine the
saying?
pressures you would get, bro.
Right.
Just one nigga gotta get something.
one's person.
Boy.
But I'm not condoning it, guys. That's not what I'm
just
saying.
That's but that's a reality though. You hired a 22-year-old,
Right.
And you letting her dress in a certain way. That's a reality. Like that's gonna happen.
you don't say that. Say so teachers, get your act together.
No, you could
No,
say that, but
let's
I'm saying
keep it real.
that's the reality of it.
Let's
You
keep it
hired
real.
a 22-year-old
Because-
Right.
dressing however she dressed.
Exactly, they should have a
around
dress
bunch of
code.
17,
Right.
18-year-old.
No, we're gonna keep it real. We're gonna keep
But-
it real. At that, if they're older, I understand what you're saying. But at that age, there's no reason why they should put a 22-year-old in
I
high
think
school.
it's too young. I think it's too young.
Put them in middle
Yeah.
school or elementary school.
Yeah, it's too young.
You see what I'm saying?
But at the
Or
same
even,
time,
or even in college, if,
Yeah.
if possible,
Just to
where it
prevent.
doesn't matter.
I'm not saying all
but-
22-year-olds, but it's happening so prominent now. It's like, dang,
Right.
bro, I mean, come
So
on,
all-
it's
but
logical.
at the same time, there should be a dress code. There should be a
That
way
doesn't
to
even
dress.
matter,
But-
V.
but to tell you
You
the
think
truth-
it's a dress
but
code
to-
that makes
yeah,
somebody
but
fall?
Because
to
they
the
show
truth,
cleavage and all that
man,
stuff.
tell you the truth, that's not because she could wear a pantsuit, but
It
the way
does
she,
not
the way she
matter.
wear that pantsuit.
Yeah.
What?
Let
Let's
me-
steady now. Let's get back on
let me see
subject,
that face
bro. My
again.
bad. I ain't made no face. I am Barack Obama, and I approve this message.
What you?
What's you, man?
What you said, sir?
I said I am Barack Obama, and I approve this message. That's what I said. Let's go, man. Come on, man. She got a nice pantsuit on, bro. Not like Hillary's pantsuit. We're talking about some sexy ass type pantsuit, man. Come on, man.
She's basically there for seduction.
But she's seducing these
You know,
kids.
and a lot of time I want to say, because I don't believe it's always the students seducing them.
Oh, it's definitely not that one grown ass woman. too.
Right, because I think sometimes the teachers do
Absolutely.
seduce the children as well, and that is definitely wrong because that's not what you're there for.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? But I totally agree with you. A 22-year-old has no business teaching in high school.
Start lower, man.
You know, go elementary school or maybe even middle school.
Mhm.
You know, but once you get to high school, you're too close in age.
That's too close.
Your mind is still
You're
in the party
naturalistic.
life.
Come on,
You know, so
Come
you
on, come
may
in, Viv.
you may even run into some of them at a club.
at the club.
You see what I'm saying? They may still be hanging out at the same place you hanging out at.
Yeah,
You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So sometimes it may not even be the school that calls you to
that's
fall.
true.
You know, it
It's
could be
that peer
because
group, it's
you
that-
in
yeah.
that same
That
environment
same circle.
consistently.
Mhm.
You know, oh, you two in school? Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
So you're
oh,
partying
you
with your
miss
teacher.
so-and-so. Right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what guy's not going to be like, oh, yeah, I had the teacher. You know what I'm
I
saying?
can get an A and get
I
the
get-
A.
right.
I can
You
get
know.
the A and the A.
You can get the
The
A and
ass.
the A.
But
You see what I'm saying? But
Nah, you crazy.
That doesn't make it right, but they do need to change that.
Yeah.
You know, they do need to.
That's a
implement
reality,
some,
man. That's facts right there, man.
Huh?
That's facts.
Yeah, definitely. They have to put I don't want to say a better system, but a certain law.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
you
Regulate
have
it,
to
man.
be at
Come on.
least
Something.
24, 25
yeah.
to teach
At
in high
least.
school.
At least by 25, your brain had went through another stage, and you're like, okay.
Right.
Even if I felt this way, maybe I shouldn't. Not saying it will stop all of it, but at least at 25.
Right. At least that's not to say that's gonna stop.
That
all
means
of
you're gonna
them
stop
either.
all of it. You have
But
more
at least you
probability.
prevent a lot of it
Mhm.
because a lot of them is younger
Yeah.
teachers.
They're coming from a college life.
Right. Especially coming from a college life. Especially if they went away for college.
Oh.
Like a university.
And you know how that goes. My.
Forget
Those
about
are the most wild. People still remember their college days when they're 50 and 60.
Right. And still talk about it
And still
laugh
talk about it.
like it was good old
It
time.
was a good old time.
They know it's some of the stuff they did was
They
wrong,
know
but
that.
man, it was happy.
It was fun.
It was fun. You know what I'm saying? Sure, we do that.
We all do that.
You know, we all do that. Let's be
We
real
talk about the
with it.
good old time.
Yeah, let's
You know what I
be real
mean?
with it.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But
Mhm.
if you put some of these things in place, that will prevent a lot of these things. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And also, you as a parent, that's why I say keep an open communication, so that way when it first starts to lead there, because you don't have to wait till there's actual
For real now.
intercourse
That's too late.
for you to stop it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Pick up on the sign.
Right. Pick up on certain signs. Speak to your children. You know, make them feel comfortable that they can speak to you about anything. You see what I'm saying? And even if you see them like I was having that conversation with somebody else, and that's not even my kid.
Mm-hmm.
If they jump from a F straight to an A,
Watch
I
out.
said, did you find out? Did you ask him what happened?
Uh-huh.
What did he do wrong? What's different?
What's the
You
difference?
see what I'm saying? Because you gotta know that.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily that they're sleeping with the
Yeah.
teacher, but you still gotta find out what. Because if you know the why and the what,
Mm-hmm.
because this kid is still growing. You see what I'm saying? They may reach to a point where they get to that again. So you may need to know so you can help them.
Exactly.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
It may
if you
happen
don't
again.
know the why or the what, you know, and if that is the why and the what, then at least you're like, hey, hold up. You see what I'm saying?
Of course, a kid may go from an F to an A because he read the chapter twice this time. So all his life he only read it once and it would never really sit.
But
stick.
at least you know.
But at least now you know why you
Why.
get to that point. So
Right.
you implement that for the
Right.
rest of his life or whatever.
Right, or whatever
Exactly.
it is.
Yeah.
You know? Whatever.
Yeah. As an example.
Yeah, as an example. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But if you don't, then
You would
we,
never know.
we leave, as parents, we leave too many doors open. You know, we leave too many doors open for things to happen to our children, and when we find out, it's already too late. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And once it's too late, there's nothing you can do about it. Because what's done is done. You know? Out of all these things, the technologies they have invented, they have not invented the time machine yet.
Not yet.
You know? So,
we can't come
I
back.
say yeah, because it would be nice to erase some of these things that we've done, but
I know, man.
He's gonna run out of memory.
Done a
but
lot.
I don't think that's ever gonna happen. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, we have to prevent some of these things. I was gonna play before we end. I wanna play
Get my other phone.
Okay.
What you was gonna play?
I'm gonna play some of these videos for you guys to watch real quick.
It's almost 11:30.
You know, and it's ridiculous. Come close. Unplug the phone.
I can zoom.
Unplug with this phone. Okay. We're going to end. Our time is up, but I'm gonna let you guys watch some of this real quick.
They're still here. 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 There's people who just got here 5 days ago who've done more work than you've done in the past 30 days.
That's true.
That is true.
In the past 30 days?
True.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I recall the last 30 days, we busted my ass for you. Because I'm trying to
It's not for me, I
You're a
told you.
bitch. Well,
It's for you. You could have been out of here. How am I a bitch?
You talk shit.
I'm right here
See,
talking
you
to
should
you.
don't argue with that shit, bro.
But you talk shit behind people's back.
Don't argue with that shit.
I never talked to
Disrespect. Did he fight him?
Huh?
Did he fight
They
him?
cut it.
Okay. He just acting like disrupting the class. He's just being a class clown.
No, he did. He came again?
Huh?
He snuck in.
And move them two to the right and one down.
Look at that.
And we'll be able to draw our new curve.
Maybe
And along with
I want to get one with
Bro, you should have kept him like that. He snuck back in.
yeah, he did. So right
Hey.
You can switch the screen.
Governors presents Teachers versus Students.
Nah, this the one you guys.
Student beats up substitute teacher for giving him an exam.
He beats up the
Texas
teacher
high
for
school
giving him an
student has been
exam.
charged with attacking a public servant after sending
Yeah, I
a
seen that
substitute
one.
teacher to the hospital on Thursday with the blow you see here. The unidentified teacher, whom students at Houston's Westfield High School apparently referred to as Mr. Do You Want to Work, was administering an exam when one student refused to take it and tried to walk out of the classroom. When the teacher blocked his exit, the student allegedly cussed him out and delivered 5 punches to the educator's head. Following the attack, the teacher left the classroom and returned with the principal and had to force him into the classroom. That's when the youngster delivered a final blow. Another student recorded part of the assault and uploaded it to social media. This right hook is apparently what sent the sub straight to the hospital to get a CT scan. The student was arrested and will not be returning to Westfield High School anytime soon. The teacher is currently recovering.
Florida teacher sacked for ordering students to attack classmates. A teacher from a school in Port St. Lucie in Florida has been fired after she ordered 6 older students to beat up a 7th grader, and the brutal attack was caught on surveillance camera. Teacher Drew DeHart reportedly got angry with 6th grade student Rodravius Williams after he told her that one day he wished he could curse out his teachers. DeHart then allegedly told 6th, 8th grade boys to beat up Williams in order to teach him a lesson. Video footage shows DeHart allegedly signaling the attack. Before the boys set upon Williams in a school corridor, kicking and punching him while also whipping him with their belt.
Mm-hmm.
Before dragging him into a school bathroom